you comfortable?
I'm great.
Perfect. The only thing that matters is that you're comfortable right now.
It's the way I like you. I'm going to bring you home with me.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Belgian Jasper. If this is your first time in the channel, hit subscribe right now.
When the world starts burning, ring the bell, you can say we were there when it fell.
Pat, I think I remember a video with your band members where they had to rate people that would die the first in a zombie apocalypse. And they seem to be pretty sure that you would be the one that would get killed first.
I would be probably the one who would go first. Yeah.
I'm gonna say actually our drummer goes first because he would still want things to be the way they were and would just decide that he doesn't have to change. And that would not end well for him.
Well, I'm the biggest one, so they would get more food from me if they needed to eat my body, so it'd be good that way.
Or maybe the biggest brain, they just come after you.
Yeah, I don't know. The zombies, I guess, eat brains. I'm sure that they would eat me first. It's an anthem. It is a bold song with a bold statement. It's an anthem of, because we come from an activist community and we lose continuously. So there is pride in your loss. There is the good fight, and when you fight for things like climate change and a vegan diet and things like that, we know that there's no winning those battles. They're incremental victories. But so that is a song of taking pride in the loss, but the good fight for sure. We did in the States, we did win. We did win with gay marriage. We did win with, trans kids able to be themselves. And so those battles they're not won, but we made some big gains in those. So that is an awesome thing. And we never thought we would see that in our lifetime. But the other thing is, it's awesome to be sort of out of touch and be like, I was fighting for this. I'm not saying we achieved any of that. Like, we fought for it and we won, but our community fought for it and our community made progress on that. And now we're like, okay, let's find the new battle. Let's get on to something else. It's a fucking clown show. Yeah, it is a mess. But it's also a place that we grew up and that we call home. So it's worth trying to figure out how to solve the problems, or at least not give up completely. You look around and you're like, how does this happen? And the reality is, you realize that all these things are consequences of decisions. And part of the new record that we just are releasing is these decisions were made over time. And most of them were made in the time that isn't that long. We're old, so we consider 20 years not that long. Right. But you look back at some of these issues, you're like, that decision there created this situation. We can change that. It's not set in stone. It can be changed, and human beings can change it. None of this stuff came down from God, so it can all be changed. And that's a very liberating thing to realize, is that all decisions that affect people can be changed. And if enough people, as we say in punk rock, if you put enough boots on the streets, you will get change. And it's just a question of getting those boots on the streets and people demanding it.
We're in the fight of our lives, crossing over the line, we'll never run, never hide.
No, because the symbols are American, but it's the American flag in the U.S., it's the Queen in the U.K., it's the maple leaf in Canada. I don't know what, every country, every culture has its symbols, and And those symbols, and what we've realized very early on in the band is that symbols, when they want young people to do things that are dangerous for them and not in their own self-interest, they use those symbols. And we are like, that's bullshit. Just because you wrap yourself in an American flag doesn't mean that I have to follow you into war and to kill other people that are just like me. So yeah, the band has a very American-centered imagery, but I think everybody around the world can see the symbols that are in their own cultures that people use to control them.
Wake up surrounded in flames, holding on to our pain, still some hope in our veins.
It's funny because I am a punk rocker. I don't listen to EDM. I don't listen to hip hop. I'm a punk through and through. So it is funny that we've been able to share stages with other genres and other bands. Like tonight, Cancer Bats, amazing band. Not necessarily a punk band, more metal than punk. But yeah, I don't know why we're able to do that. But I think, the answer is the music is not as interesting as the ideas. And the bands that we travel with and that we play with share similar belief structures. And we've back at home, we'll play with hip hop bands and things like that because they're activists, they're rabble rousers, they're rebels, and the music is less important as the belief structure and the ideology that these artists and activists create, and we all feed off of each other in that way.
I get so sick inside, it keeps me up at night. We're in the fight of our lives.
Well, I have two little people in my life, so in that sense, I am a dad. I don't identify as a dad because that's in the culture now. What you identify as, I do not identify as a dad. But being a rocker for as long as we have been, you can see the trends that come and go and what happened and what's real and what isn't. And so I don't necessarily see that as dad-esque, but it is having more perspective on things and not getting bogged down in the stupidity of the minutia, but seeing the bigger picture. Whether you are a stone thrower from the outside or a stone thrower from the inside, you're still a stone thrower. And the tactics may be slightly different, but if it is in your core, you're going to find a way to throw those stones and to tear down the system. So yeah, I don't think we've gotten slower because my arms don't move as fast as they used to. But yeah, if anything, we have honed the knife to be able to slice much more effectively. And whereas when you're younger, the knife is pretty dull and you slash it all over. Now we know specifically what we're trying to achieve. Nothing. I'm not a sentimentalist in any way. It just means that we have been lucky to find people with passion and the passion in ourselves to continue to do what's important to us. And 10 years, 20 years, 12 and a half years is not interesting to me. But the people around us who are still here, like the gentleman who, it was actually quite, I'll get a little sentimental. The gentleman who is here loading in and part of the stage crew today said that he saw us the first time we played in Toronto 25 years ago, and he's still here and we're still here and we're still part of a community that is talking about ideas and things that are important, such as human rights for all and making sure that everybody is taken care of in an economic way. And those things are important, and we're both still here fighting those battles. Toronto has great vegan restaurants, so we went and had a nice vegan meal this morning. Yeah, just to bask in the non-assholeness of a culture is pretty awesome. When you cross the street and people aren't like, get the fuck out of the way, you know, they're like, hey, go ahead. And so that's nice, and that's a stereotype, but it is an experience that we have. When you come from a culture that is so aggressive and meaninglessly aggressive for no point other than pure aggression, it's good to be in a space that's a little bit more community focused.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.